Hello everyone, my name is Bree and welcome to Documented Journey. Today I am going to be working in my sketchbooks. I have a couple that I'll be working in, three actually, not two, three, but two are Royal Talent and one is a handmade sketchbook that I made. I have been working in Royal Talons for a couple of years now and I enjoy them. I think that they're great sketchbooks, they're cheap. I also love using ballpoint pens in them, and that's kind of what I'm doing right now. This is an A5 size, and I took this footage at the beginning of the year. I haven't touched that sketchbook since I started the 100-day project, and we'll get to that, but I wanted to share this with you because Kat Riles and I, if you don't know who she is, I will link her in the description box. We do something called the Sketchbook Challenge, and we try and just sketch in our sketchbooks and use what we have. So nothing fancy. That's why you see a lot of ballpoint pen and watercolor. We don't normally buy new supplies. We just use what we have, and this is what it looks like to fill up a sketchbook. And so I invite you, if you are sketching right now or have ever wanted to try and fill up a sketchbook, you could join our challenge and you could sketch along with me right now. I mentioned that this is a Royal Talent sketchbook. You do not have to have one of these. I prefer a more inexpensive sketchbook because if it is expensive or if it has really nice paper, then I tend to continue to work at the illustration to make it look perfect and finished when sketchbooks aren't always about being perfect and finished. They're about getting ideas out. And so using one of these, I'm air quoting this, cheaper paper notebooks, it's not cheaper paper. It's just not paper that you can really use layers of watercolor on. I like using these as my idea notebooks because then I don't spend so much time on it and I can get my ideas down and then I can pull it out and I can make it into a larger piece. I also talk a lot about ballpoint pen on this channel because I absolutely love it. It, to me, acts very similar to a graphite pencil. I love cross-hatching and scribbling and creating that layered value to kind of give your piece depth. And then also it gives it kind of like a scribbly whimsy look in a way. So I enjoy ballpoint pen. However, I have given up the ballpoint pen for 100 days because that was my challenge for the 100-day project. I am joining Heather Mattern with the 100-day project. I do have a video about that I can link for you in the description box as well. But ultimately, my challenge to myself was to finish a mini Royal Talent sketchbook. I think it's like an A6 size or their A6 size or pocket. I don't know, it's small. They have two sizes, or, well, that's not true. They have more than two sizes, but they have an A5 size and then they have a small size. Anyway, I digress. My challenge was to finish that sketchbook up and then also to not use ballpoint pen. I have a love relationship with the ballpoint pen, but it has kind of pigeonholed me into always having to have it to make my illustrations look the way I want it to. And so I challenged myself with the 100-day project to branch out and to try something different, and that is just not using the pen at all. And so far, so good. So with that 100-day project video that I mentioned in the description box, if you haven't seen it, I suggest go watching it after this one. I talked about my supplies, and my supplies have changed. It's been 40 something days now, and so obviously, you know, you're working through something, your supplies change a little bit, but I have really been enjoying the fountain pen, which you kind of saw me working with just a second ago. And in particular, I have purchased a brown ink, and I have been really enjoying using that along with my watercolors and the Derwent graphite tints. I really enjoy those with the brown in particular because I feel like the graphic tints have like a dingy look to it. So when you use it with the black fountain pen ink, it just kind of, I don't know, it doesn't mesh so well. I feel like the brown kind of blends in and it doesn't become like a harsh outline. It more or less becomes like a defining line or moment. So I have been, like I said, kind of changing things up and playing around, and yeah, things are going really, really well. At times I will sketch out a handful of pages and then work backwards in them and fill them with paint and all that kind of stuff. And then at times I'm working individually. I'm not really keeping up as far as on the correct day. Like for instance, I don't know really what day it is because I'm ahead. So right now I'm on day 49, which really is like the 10th of April. But I do that because there are some days that I'm going to have a lot of ideas, so I just sketch them all out. There are some days that I'm not going to have very much time to paint, so I just ink them all in. And then there are some days that I will take time and I will sit down and I will paint, and so I paint. So I'm really enjoying the 100-day project. I love being in my sketchbook. If you'd like to join the challenge, if you'd like to join the 100-day project, all the links will be listed for you in the description box below. Join Heather Mattern's Discord. Kat also has a Discord. I can list that below as well. And then I'm also active on my Discord. There's lots of Discords. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And until next time, everyone, I'll see ya.